Have you been thinking about trying your hand at real estate videography, but you don't feel like you have a foolproof shot list and maybe a little uncertain when it comes to what shots you need in order to make a solid video? What if I told you that I have a list that's been handed down from generation to generation, from my father's father to his father's father? Okay, none of that's true, but I do have a list. And although some things on that list are staples that don't change for me, there are some decisions that have to be made on site because every property is a little bit different. So let's check it out. So this is a house that I recently shot, and this is a good example of a more of like an everyday video shoot. It's not a luxury listing or anything, but regardless, I pretty much take the exact same approach regardless of the condition of the house. I'll show the final property video at the very end so you can see how everything sort of ties together with all the shots. I'll also leave a link to some free print material that might be useful to keep on hand when you're first starting out, so make sure to stick around to find out more about that. For standard property video, I usually start off with establishing drone shots, one up high that shows the area, followed up by a closer drone shot of the house. After that, we move to our first ground level shot. And for these, I'll usually just get 1 or 2 shots that are straight push in toward the house. And then after that, we start moving toward our interiors. A good standard of practice to have for interior shots, this is super important, is that you wanna make sure that for any large, high importance rooms, like the kitchen and the living room and the backyard, you wanna get multiple angles of those rooms. And for any small rooms like secondary bedrooms and bathrooms, you can just limit those to 1 shot. So my first shot into this house was a little bit tricky because I wanna show the biggest possible living area in the house. And for this house, it is this room right here, the living room. But if you look, this is where the front door is. And so doing a shot from the front door over to here seems super weird because you have to go through the dining room in order to get to that room. So my best option, it seems kind of weird, but is to actually start from the backyard and go through this door into the living room. I know that seems kind of weird, but what I did was speed ramped through here, so you can't even actually see the backyard or anything. You just see the speed ramp right into this shot. After that, I wanted to show another angle of this room. So I stood on this side of the room and pointed my camera that way, just to get a secondary shot to kind of give the viewer a sense of the space. And then after that, there was a little desk over here, so I thought I'd just get a quick sort of a detail shot. And then lastly, for this area, I got the bathroom shot. And then after that, I moved on to the dining room. This is a pretty simple shot because we just have the dining room table. It's pretty obvious what the point of focus is for this room. It's that, and then also you don't want to forget the fireplace. So all I did for this room is I just did a straight shot in, and then just to keep things interesting, I just reversed it in post so the viewer can just see it in a different light. And then the kitchen was also a little bit of an odd area too, because we had 2 entrances here. There's an entrance over here and an entrance over here. And so I just made the decision to do a straight line this way. I did want to get a second shot because it is the kitchen, and kitchens are super important to people. So I got a second shot going through this door. But instead of having 2 shots going into the kitchen, I reversed this in post. And then I added a third shot showing a close-up of like a fruit bowl over here. And those are probably the most difficult shots. Everything else was pretty much straightforward. So I just did a straight shot down the hall, super easy. Then 1 shot walking into the bedroom, 1 shot walking into this bedroom, and 1 shot walking into that bathroom. And then in the primary bedroom, I did a shot walking in here, and then 1 shot walking into the primary bathroom. After that, I had tackled the backyard. So we did a shot just going straight out here, and we had some patio furniture right here, and we have some trees, some foliage around the yard. So I got a shot going, my first shot going out here, and then I stood on this side with my camera facing that way, and I just did like a side-to-side movement just to get a little bit of a different angle of the space. And then I did a shot going this way because there was like either an orange or a lemon tree over here, and then a little bench. So I wanted to get those 2 things. And then I got a detail shot of the oranges that were over here. And then lastly, I stood way in the corner over here, and I got a shot where I walked all the way forward like this, just did a straight line. And then I reversed that shot in post. Reversing it in post kind of gives us the feeling that now we're leaving the house. Since I was using drone shots, I just did a pull away shot with a drone that looks like this, and those were all the shots that I got. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to a free downloadable PDF with the entire shot list that you can refer to. And I'm just curious, are you just starting out or are you already shooting property videos? Leave me a comment below if you've already shot a property video. I would love to hear how it went. And thanks so much for watching. Here's the final edit of the property shoot.